Hey, welcome back to one of my walkthroughs. This week we are looking at Word 6G website flyer. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and scroll down to our week 2, and we want to go to our MyLab IT course content. Give it a second, takes a minute to load. Click on Word Chapter 6, and let's download Word 6G website flyer homework. Let's go ahead and download our materials. Once again, do not click on download all files. Go ahead and download each one of these files individually. Once you've downloaded these files individually, go ahead and open up your student file. And hit enable editing. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here a little bit to give us a little bit easier view. And let's get started. So in step number 1, it wants us to open a new document. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to our File tab over here. And from our File tab, we're going to select New and Blank Document. So in this particular assignment, we're going to show you how to create different quick tables. We're going to teach you how to create themes, and we're also going to teach you how to create quick text and quick text gallery. So for this first one, we're going to create a quick table. So let's go to the quick tables gallery. I'm going to come up here to the insert tab. From the insert tab, I'm going to go to the table grouping here and go down to quick tables. And I'm going to scroll down until I find the one that says tabular list right here. And it's going to put in our tabular list here, our table. And we're going to edit this for our own purposes. So where it says item, let's go ahead and put our cursor in front of item. Let's delete item and put in the word location. Hit the tab key. Go ahead and delete the word needed. And let's go ahead and replace it with the word day. And we want to delete all the remaining text in the document. So we're going to go ahead and highlight all of the other text and hit the delete key. Do not hit the backspace key. If you hit the backspace key, it will actually delete all of the rows. We want to hit the delete key because it will delete the contents only. Now from there, we want to insert a third column. And to do that, we're going to hover over right here in this corner, this top right-hand corner. Notice how it gives us a plus sign. Let's click on that plus sign. It's going to add in another column, I bet a very narrow column. Put your cursor inside that new column that we just created. And let's go ahead and type in the word time, capital T-I-M-E. So once you've typed in the word time, we're going to come up here to our table styles. We're going to click the down arrow with the line above it, the more button under table styles. And we want to use list table 3 accent 2, this one right here. List table 3 accent 2. And notice how it will apply that style to our table. All right, so now we want to save this as a quick table in our quick tables gallery. To do that, let's come up here to this little icon right here. Go ahead and click on that icon. It will select the entire table for us. Now we're going to go to the Insert tab and click on the Table Group. Go all the way down to the Quick Tables. At the very bottom of Quick Tables, we have this that says Save Selection to Quick Tables Gallery. Once you click on that, we now have a new building block. And let's go ahead and give it a name of Training Schedule. And give it a description of used to display schedules for training. Now this is for step number 4. For Mac users, you will skip this step. This is a step only for my Windows users. So once you've typed in training schedule, used to display schedules for training, go ahead and hit OK. Now, for step number 5, it wants us to hold down Control End. So hold down the Control key and hit End. If you have a Mac, you can use the Command key, and if you have an End key on your keyboard, you can use that. Or to make it easier, you can just put your cursor down here at the bottom of the document. It wants us to hit Enter 2 times, so 1, 2. And it wants us to type the internet is becoming the town square for the global village of tomorrow. Period, 1 space, Bill Gates. So now that we have this text selected, let's go ahead and highlight this text. And we are going to save this in our quick text gallery. And to do that, we are going to come up here to our Insert tab. Under our Insert tab, under our text grouping, we're going to click on our Quick Parts button here. And we're going to hit Save Selection to Quick Part Gallery. And we're going to save this quote in auto text. So where it says Gallery Quick Parts, we're going to click the down arrow and select auto text. So from Gallery, click the down arrow, make it auto text. And we're going to change the name to Internet Quote. And once you've typed in Internet Quote, under the description, we're going to type in use in website documents. And it wants us to change the save location from normal to building blocks. So we should read internet quote, auto text, use in website documents, and save in building blocks. And hit OK. There are alternate instructions for Macs, so please refer to your instructions, your downloaded instructions. So now we want to save our changes, and we want to close this document, but we want to leave open Word. So to do that, we're going to come up here, and we're going to hit the File tab, and we're going to hit Close. And it's going to ask us if we want to save our changes. We don't have to save it. We can go ahead and hit Don't Save. It will bring us back to our regular document. However, step number 7, it wants us to create a new blank document. For Mac users, you can skip this step. Mac users, you skip step number 7. You also skip step number 8, and you skip number 9, and you skip number 10. So Mac users, you skip the next 4 steps. So for my Windows users, we're going to come up here to the File tab. Going to go ahead and click on New Blank Document. All right, so now we have a new document just like we created before. And now we want to create a new theme color. So we're going to click on our Design tab up here. And we're going to come over here to our Colors and click on Colors, and we're going to do Customize Colors. Under Customize Colors, we're going to change Accent 2 to the 9th column, 5th color. So we're going to go to Accent 2. Right here is Accent 2. I'm going to click the down arrow. It wants us to go the 9th column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This blue color. And the 5th color down. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want to do blue accent 5, darker 25%. Now we are going to save our theme colors with the website, with the name Website Colors. So where it says name right here, Custom 1, let's change this to Website Colors. And go ahead and hit save. All right, so now we want to create a new font theme. So we're going to come up here to our design tab again, under our grouping here where it says fonts. Click on fonts and go all the way down to customize fonts. And from here, we want to change the body font to Veranda. Once again, if you are a Mac user, you are skipping this step. So we want to go to the body font and we are going to change it to Veranda or Verdana. And here it is, Verdana. And go ahead and give this a custom name of Website Fonts. And hit save. And we want to save this current theme. So we're going to come up here to our Themes button here under our Design tab. Click on our Themes button and we're going to save current theme. And let's go ahead and just save this in the Downloads folder. I'm just going to go ahead and click on the Downloads folder. And I'm going to go ahead and change the file name to Read JSON Website Theme. You can give it any name that you'd like. Just make sure you know what it's called and at least have the website theme, and that way it makes it easier for you to find. Once you've typed in your name, go ahead and hit save. And we can go ahead and just close out of our document, but leave Word open. So we're going to click on the File tab here and hit Close. And I'm going to hit Don't Save. And now I should be back to my student file. So now that we've created an actual theme that we can use over and over again, and we've also created a table that we can use multiple times over and over again for different documents, let's go ahead and put those into our current document here. So Mac users, you will be starting back up at this step. So we are on step number 11. It says from the files you downloaded, let's go ahead and open up our student files. We already did that. Let's go ahead and insert our footer with a file name. We've done that before a couple times. We're going to go to the Insert tab here. Under our Insert tab, under our header footer grouping, we're going to click on Footer and Edit Footer. To put the file name in, we're going to go to the Insert grouping here, click on Document Info, Field, and scroll down till you find file name. And the reason why we put this file name in here as a field is if the name of the document changes, it will automatically update for us. And go ahead and hit OK. And there it is. Now I have the name of my file in the footer. I can go ahead and hit Close Header and Footer. So previously we created a theme that we saved. For Mac users, you didn't create a theme. It's a little bit more difficult on a Mac, so they actually created a theme for you to install with your downloaded files. So regardless of if you're using a Mac or a Windows PC, we're going to apply the theme by going to the Design tab here. From the Design tab, we're going to click on Themes, and we're going to click on Browse for Themes. Once again, regardless if you're on a Mac or a Windows PC, it should be located in your Downloads folder. And notice I have the theme that I created, the Read JSON Website Theme. If you're on a Mac, you would use this Mac 6G website theme. So for my Windows users, if you created a theme, whatever theme that you named it, go ahead and click on that. For Mac users, click on the Mac one and hit Open. And notice that it makes the font a little bit bigger and it changes a little bit of the formatting for us. It changes it to the theme that we created. Now it wants us to select the first two paragraphs of the document, so Mountain View Public Library and Information Technology Department. We want to change the font size to 22, so we're going to go to the Home tab. From the Home tab, we're going to change from 11 to 22. We're going to change the font color in the 9th column. Click on the first color. So we're going to change where the red underline A Click the down arrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's this blue color here. It wants the first color, so this first one, blue accent 5, we're going to click on that. It wants us to bold it, so hold down your control key or command key for Macs. So it's control B to bold. And then also a keyboard shortcut to center it is going to be control, hold down your control key and hit E. Control E will center the text for us. You can also come up here and hit B for bold, and you can come up here and center it. But it's nice to start learning some of those keyboard shortcuts. And the reason why it's Control E to center instead of Control C is because Control C is used when you want to copy something. So there we go, we have it bolded and we have it centered. So now for step number 13, it wants us to hold down Control End. So hold down your control key and hit the End key, which will take us to the bottom of the document. For Mac users, you can just scroll down and put your cursor at the bottom of the page. And it wants us to insert that training schedule quick table that we created. For Mac users, you are going to open up the last name, first name, 6G website blocks and copy and paste the table to the end. So for my Mac users, pay attention to step 13. You're doing something just a little bit differently. For my Windows users, we're going to come up here to the Insert tab. From the Insert tab, under my Tables, I'm going to click on Tables, go to Quick Tables. I'm going to scroll down until I find the training schedule, which is down at the very bottom right here that we created. And notice it is blue instead of that orange color that we created. Well, that's because we changed our website colors to that blue. So we actually applied, when we applied our theme, we applied that blue theme as well. So now we're going to go ahead and type in some of the information. So it should now be here at the bottom. We're going to click on column 1 under location. Let's go ahead and type in East Branch. I'm going to hit the down arrow key and I'm going to type in Main Library. Make sure to capitalize the M and the L. I'm going to hit the down arrow key and I'm going to type in West Branch. Once again, capitalizing the W and the B. Using my arrow keys, I'm going to go over 1 and then up 2. I'm going to type in Tuesday. Hit the down arrow key, type in Monday. Hit the down arrow key and type in Friday. Using the arrow keys, I'm going to go over 1 and up 2. I'm going to type in 2 space P period M period. Hit the down arrow key. I'm going to type in 9 space A period M period. I'm going to hit the down arrow key and type in 3 space P period M period. So now I have all of my information in here. For step number 15, it wants me to delete all of the empty rows. So I'm going to come to my empty rows here. I'm going to click, hold, and drag all the way down. And this time I want to hit the backspace key. The backspace key will give me the option to delete the entire cells. Instead of the delete key, which deleted just the contents, the backspace key deletes the entire cell. So I'm going to go ahead and delete entire row and hit OK. And it will delete all those unused rows for us and make our table fit just the way we want it. It also wants us to select the table and auto-fit the contents and then center the table. To do that, we're going to hover over our table and we're going to click on this little corner guy right here, this little button. We're going to come up here to our table layout tab here, and we're going to click on auto fit, and we want to auto fit to contents. And we're going to go ahead and center it. You can hold down your control key, hit E to center, or once again, you can come to the home tab and hit the center button here. Once again, it wants us to press Control End to take us to the bottom of the document. For Mac users, once again, you can just click at the bottom of the document. So now that we're here at the bottom of the document, it wants us to hit Enter. Once we hit enter, it wants us to put in the internet text that we created. To do that, we're going to come up here to the Insert tab. From the Insert tab, we're going to come to our text grouping, and we're going to click on Quick Parts, Auto Text, and here it is. The internet is becoming the town square. Go ahead and click on that, and notice how it puts it in for us. It wants us to select the text, so let's go ahead and select this text that we just put in. It wants us to change the font size to 9, so we're going to go to the Home tab and change the font size to 9. And it wants us to change the font color to the 9th column, first row. So we're going to come over here to our A with the underline here. Click the down arrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's this blue color right here. We're going to click on it. It wants us to bold it, so I'm going to hold down the Control key and hit B for bold, or I'm going to click on the bold button. And lastly, it wants me to center it, so I'm going to hold down the Control key and hit E to center, or once again come up here and hit this center button. So now it wants me to hit the Control Home key, so I'm going to hit Control Home, which will take me to the top of the document. For Mac users, feel free just to scroll up to the top, put your cursor right here. It wants us to accept all of the changes. Notice that we have these red lines here on the side of our document. What that red line means is that something in here was changed, and after reviewing it, we want to keep those changes. To do that, we're going to come over here to our Review tab. And from our Review tab, under Changes, we're going to click the down arrow where it says Accept, and we're going to accept all changes. And that will give us the ability to accept all of those changes, and now we can move on. It wants us to select the entire document. So to select the entire document, you can hold down the Control key and hit the A button. Control A will highlight all of the text in our document. For a Mac user, you can use the Command key, I believe, or you can just go ahead and click Highlight and drag and highlight everything on the page. It wants us to change the line spacing to 1.5. To do that, I'm going to go to my Home tab here. Under my Home tab, under the paragraph grouping, under the paragraph dialog box right here, I'm going to click on that button. And where it says line spacing, I'm going to change it to 1.5. Go ahead and hit OK. It'll 1.5 space everything. We're going to change our margin, so let's go to our Layout tab. Under Margins, we're going to click on Margins and go all the way down to Custom Margins. And we want to create custom margins. We want the top and the bottom to be 0.5. So where it says top, we're going to change it to 0.5. And bottom, we're going to change it to 0.5 as well. Hit Enter. And that should now put everything on page 1. If there is a second page here, let's go ahead and delete that empty paragraph here. Let's go to the bottom here. Let's click here and hit the delete key, and that will delete that second page. So there it is. Everything is on page 1. So now we want to display the document properties. So for me, for our Windows PC, we go to the File tab here and click on Info. And we're going to show all properties. And we're going to add a tag. The tag is going to be website flyer. And we're going to go down to the subject box, type in CGS. And where it says author, if it says Go Series, right click on Go Series, hit Remove Person. And then where it says Add an Author, type in your name. And let's go ahead and save our document. So hit the Save button. And I'm going to go ahead and save it again for good measure. And let's go ahead and submit it for grading. I'm going to go ahead and just minimize this. Come back to our Download Starting Materials. I'm going to close out of this box. And I'm going to choose my files. And find my student file. Hit Open. Upload. And then we will submit for grading. I'm going to click on Close Assignment for Macs. It looks like you might have to close up here. it will take us back to our course content. I'm going to click on the three dots and hit View Submissions. And it looks like we got a 100% this time. You can click on the submission and you can scroll through and see if you missed anything, what it is, and how to fix it. Hope you found this walkthrough useful. I look forward to doing our next walkthrough together. Like always, have a wonderful day.